Hello friends! If you are new here, welcome, and if you have been following along, welcome back. Today, I will be showing you how to make moon oil. Moon oil can be used to amplify and speed up your manifestations, especially if you're working with moon energy. You can use it during any phase of the moon, but if used along with the energies of the full and new moon, it will help heighten that intense energy of those specific days. This oil can also be used for astral travel, working with the subconscious, emotions, dream work, intuition, and psychic development. You can use this to anoint yourself, to dress candles, or even consecrate ritual tools or crystals with. You can even make it on specific moons like an Aquarius full moon or a strawberry moon to harness those energies. So let's get started. You're going to need a small jar, and I like to start this off by lighting a few white candles, or you could even light silver candles, which also correspond with the moon. And I'm just using a lavender wand to cleanse the inside, but you can use moon incense or any herbs that correspond with the moon or any of the herbs used in this video. The first herb you will add to this oil is lavender. Lavender helps your mind settle and remain calm yet clear during your ritual work. It also helps bring your manifestation into fruition. Lavender is also highly protective if you're going to be using this for astral travel or any type of dream work. Jasmine is ruled by the moon and has the nickname Moonlight on the Grove, which is why I chose it for this blend. It is a very watery, feminine herb that is associated with the High Priestess card. It brings psychic protection and health to the aura. It is also said to bring about prophetic dreams and helps induce sleep. Copal or copal is used for clearing energy and replacing it with a warm, sweet energy in order for your workings to flow. It is a high vibrating herb that helps connect you to a higher spiritual energy. It increases psychic insight, assists in connecting to other planes while keeping you grounded. The color of this resin is also very reminiscent of the moon's glow, which is what drew me to it as I was formulating this oil. Star anise is a very magical herb. It is said to help manifest your desires here on this earthly plane. Once your spell is done and your desire is sent into the universe, this herb actually helps bring that desire into your physical reality. This star-shaped anise also helps increase psychic powers and is highly protective. Rose is very useful for enhancing your intuition, especially for women. If you have white roses, you can use those, but if not, I would try and use a lighter color like these pink rosebuds. I wouldn't use red as that's more reserved for love workings. You can add both buds and petals like I'm about to add here, or you can just use petals. You don't have to use both. I just happen to have these that I picked over the summer and they're really beautiful, so I wanted to add them in as well. Roses are also great for psychic awareness and dream magic. They aid in manifesting your desires as well because they carry a lot of good luck properties as well as being a very high vibrational flower. Orris root is a highly magical herb. It brings protection when you're working with the spirit world, so if you're using this oil for astral work or dream magic, it helps keep you safe on both this spiritual plane and this earthly plane. If you can't find orris root, you can substitute ginger root, which is ruled by the moon, so that makes it perfect for this oil. And ginger also helps protect your physical being like orris root, and it also ensures that you have success with any of your magical workings. Sweet violets are often used in love workings, but they are also used for attracting good luck and good fortune. It is said that if you gather the first violets of the spring, that your wish will be granted. Violets also help calm your nerves and puts your mind at ease so that you may be prepared to do any spell work. It also is said that they bring about prophetic dreams if they are placed underneath your pillow. Start placing your herbs in your jar or bottle one by one. Sometimes I charge my herbs in my hands, or sometimes I add them into the jar directly and place my hands over them. It all depends on how I'm feeling that day, but enchant your herbs however you normally would. Spend a few moments with each herb, charging it with your intent before you move on to the next ingredient. You can crush the herbs a little bit in a mortar and pestle or a coffee grinder or just between your fingers to release some of that fragrance and the oils within the plants, while also adding more intention into each herb as you work it with your hands. I just like the look of the herbs in the jar whole, so like the star anise, to me, stars, the cosmos, the moon, it's all related, so that herb in specifically I wanted to leave in whole. And when you're making this oil, really take the time to look up the meanings of each of these herbs. There's only so much time I have in these videos, and I know it can get a little boring to always be giving you the meanings. I don't know if you guys like listening to that personally, once I learn the meaning of something, it gets a little repetitive to hear it. But I know a lot of people are either beginners, or maybe this is the first video of mine that you're watching, or a lot of different people tend to focus on different aspects of each herb. So for this recipe, I focus more on the aspects of the herbs that relate to the more watery, feminine moon energy, but each herb has different correspondences. So lavender, for example, can be for protection, for love, for cleansing, for all kinds of things, for healing. So if you want, you can look into each herb just a little bit more. So many of these herbs have properties, like I just mentioned, of love or protection or healing. So if you wanted to charge this moon oil specifically for love or for healing, you can also do that. You don't have to have it be for dream work or intuition, because the moon does already have those properties. But if you wanted to focus like on the rose that we added to this, if you wanted to focus specifically for love, bringing a new love into your life, or enhancing a love that you already have in your life, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, you can charge this oil specifically if you just focus more on the properties of the rose petals or the ginger or the lavender. These all have beautiful love properties. So if you chose to focus on that when you're making this oil, then you can make this oil a moon oil that's specifically for love, or a moon oil that's specifically for protection. So since this oil also is focused on bringing your manifestations into reality, if you're making this on the full moon, or just the properties of the herbs and this oil in general are focusing on bringing your wish into this physical plane. So if you're focused on love, then this oil will help bring that manifestation of love, bringing that person into your life, bringing that friendship into your life, or whatever it is that you're looking for. This oil will just help empower your own energies and empower whatever spell you are doing for whatever purpose to bring it into reality. So also look into the properties of the different cycles of the moon. So if you want to make this, like I just mentioned, on a full moon, or on a new moon, or whatever special moon there is, like this year there was a bunch of different super moons, blue moon, and each month has a different moon as well. They have different names. So June, I believe, is like the strawberry moon. In January, I forget, it's like the hunter's moon or something like that. So if you wanted to make this on the full moon of June for the strawberry moon, it'll take in all the properties of the strawberry moon, and you can even leave this to charge in the full moon. That would be perfect. Actually, I suggest that you do that for this recipe. And as you can see here, I'm also adding in 3 crystals. I'm adding in selenite, clear quartz, and moonstone. They are all great for working with moon energy, but as I always say, if you don't have all of these crystals, you could leave them out, or you could just use a clear quartz. It's pretty easy to find. And a lot of people tend to think that selenite dissolves in water or liquid, and yes, over time it will, but honestly, I've used selenite in making Florida waters with alcohol. I go to all the gem shows, so a lot of the times when I'm buying selenite in bulk, it still has a little bit of dirt on it, and I've used a toothbrush with water to cleanse it, and it's totally fine. So it won't be harmed. You just can't reuse the selenite after putting it in oil, but it won't dissolve. And I'm going to charge this oil with a black and a white candle to represent the full 30-day moon cycle, with the new moon being the black candle and the white candle being the full moon. But if you have a silver candle or just a white candle, that's also representative of moon energies, and you can use that as well. I just really liked, I saw another YouTuber, I think it was Lady Gravedancer, who made an oil like this, and I thought that's a genius idea. So just light your candles and let them burn fully down to charge this, and then once the candles burn down, I like to leave this in the moon, the light of the moon, especially if it's a full moon, but whatever moon energies you're working with. If it's a new moon, leave it in the windowsill or on a countertop near a window, or even outside if you have access to that. So let me know what you guys thought of this video. If you have any comments, or if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Give this video a like, and thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.